Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Poet. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright, now what we here on today, Mr. Roll Up? Well, today I'm gonna be telling y'all about a time with me and Beezy, right? Yeah, I know I just spoke on the big homie Beezy plenty of times before, right? Well, with this situation, this was about a time he gave me some glasses. The Cartier glasses that all Detroit niggas love and talk about. Yeah, he gave me a pair of fake yays while he had to go to boot camp. And the hood was trying to attack me for it. How about that? Alright? Now, before I get into it, I know some of y'all like, damn, Mr. Roll Up, you all scruffy looking crazy and shit. Listen, man, I'm on the grind, bro. That's why I ain't even really been making no videos like that for real. The summertime coming up, y'all know I'm about to come dropping whips back to back. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out here putting the grind in. How about that? I'm a man. I could be scruffy and shit like that. So it is what it is. Now, back to the goddamn video. Because y'all ass be tweaking, bro. I had to roll the wood for y'all for this one. Y'all ass be tweaking, bro. And y'all know I don't smoke this shit. But, every once in a while, I'm going to pop out with a wood for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I know most of y'all be on these woods and shit like that. So I go ahead and blow, one of these with y'all every so often. How about that? All right. Now, first thing first, right? Let's start this all the way from the top. Y'all know how I do. You know what I'm saying? So my timing be off, but y'all know I don't lie, right? So this somewhere in between '08 to 2010. Somewhere in between that time, right? Anyway, we on the block, right? Now I told y'all Beezy is from a clique called Fanboys. You know what I'm saying? When we was kids, they went by Fanboys. When we got like, I don't know, maybe like 16, 17, 18, somewhere around there, they changed it from Fanboys to Fan First. You know what I'm saying? It was like we grown now, so we evolve in the name type thing. So it went from Fanboys to Fan First, right? Fam, they was GDs. You know what I'm saying? Beezy, big GD. You know? So anybody want to get on here and say something different and all of that, y'all ass some goofies, bro. Because Beezy, big GD. And everybody know that. You know what I'm saying? So fam niggas was GDs, bro. And they had little niggas in their crew that was Crips too. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm not on no gang banging shit. I'm just laying out the format to y'all. With that being said, fam had everything from Evergreen to Pearson. You know, that's probably about like 7, 8 blocks, right? Back then, I told y'all it'd be 100 niggas on every block. You know what I'm saying? So they crew was strong as hell. Like fam, them niggas was deep than a motherfucker. Then at the Pearson, you got Burrow, which is my block. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all my block, we was independent. We didn't click with nobody. I mean, we fucked with who we fucked with, but we wasn't clicked up with nobody. We was our own shit. It was about a good 30, 40 of us. You know what I'm saying? Good day, 50 of us, just from my block. Not around the corner, over there, down the street, just my block. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of members off my block, right? Then after Burr Road, you got Trinity, right? Trinity was like, how can you say, like family to Burr Road? Because we shared a lot of family events. A lot of our family members fucked with each other. Some of us was cousins to each other, shit like that. So like Burr Road and Trinity was like one. But they had their business, we had ours. But Burr Road and Trinity, we was kind of together. Immediately after Trinity, you got Blackstone. Blackstone all the way down to last year was BCB. That was all the five. the Lords and the Bloods. You know what I'm saying? So that's how my hood was split up in between Evergreen and Lasher, 7 Mile to 8 Mile. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, with all that being said, them 3 different crews that I named to you, you know what I'm saying? You got BCB from the 5, that was they side. And then on the 6, you got Fam. And then right in between it, you got Burr Road, right? Well, anyway, with all that being said, I told y'all how me and Beezy was. We was brothers, you know what I'm saying? We 2 different crews, but we was the same niggas, you know what I'm saying? So me and Beezy always together, every day. Like, that's my dog, you know? At the time, Beezy was on probation, right? Everybody know about the little probation spot right there on Lasher, with like Lasher and Santa Clara, like by Grand River, you know. It was a little probation spot there, you know. Beezy had to report there. That nigga, he was a hothead, and they put him on probation, right? Anyway, with that being said, I'm the one that used to always take him to his PO, you know, to drop and shit, right? Man, me and Beezy will pull up to the damn probation spot blowing, just like this. And I'll be like, bitch, your purpose is to come up here and drop. How is it that you up here smoking? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not even supposed to be smoking at all. And you come up here smoking. You know what I'm saying? The parking lot and everything. Like, the nigga Beezy didn't give a fuck. You know, his thing was, he had a female PO, right? His thing was, his PO liked him. She was digging him, right? That was his thing. So he like, man, she ain't gonna send me to jail. My PO, she like me, bro. Woo, woo. She wants some of this. Woo, woo. You know, I like, dog, this her job, nigga. What is wrong with you? You know, but he had this scenario in his head that the PO fucked with him and he wasn't gonna get in no trouble or nothing, right? So literally every time we would go up to the probation spot, we'd pull up smoking. How about that? And these big facts, I know I never lie on my dog. So we sitting up there blowing, dog. Right after we blow the blunt, that nigga go right in there, drop dirty. You know what I'm saying? Come right back out. Be like, bitch, what they say? Yeah, I dropped dirty again. Ooh, I know you did, nigga. We was just smoking in the damn parking lot. Fuck you talking about? Like, man, that nigga crazy, you know. So he got too many strikes, you know what I'm saying, on dropping dirty. Like, you know, after so many of them, like, it's jail time, right? The nigga in and out of jail, you know, all type of shit, right? So they got tired of his ass. They said, all right, this is what we gonna do. We gonna put you in boot camp for 90 days. So they gave him 90-day boot camp. They gave him a day to turn himself in. He had to turn himself in by this specific day to do 90 days boot camp, right? If he don't, he going to jail. You know what I'm saying? So they gave him some time, you know, turn himself in, things like that, right? Anyway, with that being said, he came across some white yays. Cartiers, Buffs, Woods. You know, Detroit niggas, we got a million names for them damn Cartier glasses, right? So he came across some white yays. At the time, the sticks, the arms of the glasses, back then, everybody that had yays back then, everybody know the yays was brown. You know what I'm saying? They was wood, brown wood yays. Everybody had them. We called them woods. You know what I'm saying? It was like this. It was like a wood. You know what I'm saying? So we called them woods. Well, Beezy popped out with some white sticks. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you had some white sticks. You was like 1-on-1. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, he popped out with the white sticks. He like, look at these bitches. Woo, woo. I'm like, damn, them bitches hard as hell. You know, mind you, we young niggas, you know. So we like, damn, them bitches hard, you know, woo, woo. And they threw them bitches on his face. Cheese and hard as hell. Like, yeah, nigga, I'm that nigga, woo, woo. I'm like, bitch, where you get them from, you know? He like, shit, you know, I hit a couple swerves, woo, woo. ended up with these bitches, blah, 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 you know. So he handed them to me, right? When he handed them to me, I seen how light they was. See, now Detroit niggas, we know if yays is fake or real. We could look at them and can say they fake or real, but we really don't know until we touch them, you know, to the motherfuckers get in your hand, right? If they real light, they fake. You know what I'm saying? Real woods, they got like a little weight on them. You know what I'm saying? If it don't got that weight, that little weight feel, you know they fake type shit, you know. So when he passed them to me, they was light. I'm like, man, these bitches fake as hell. He get to smiling like, hell yeah, you know, some little bullshit ass glasses. They was only worth $100, you know, woo woo. He like, the nigga ain't had the money, so he just gave me them bitches, woo woo. I'm like, all right, shit, you know, whatever, nigga, this the hood. Don't nobody care. They white sticks. Don't nobody got white sticks. So you killing them anyway. It don't matter if they real or fake. You got white sticks. Don't nobody got white sticks. You know what I'm saying? So it was like them bitches was a hot commodity. You know what I'm saying? Back in that time, I told y'all how it worked with, you know, Cartier glasses and shit like that. Like, niggas was getting killed for them glasses back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, real shit. Niggas was getting killed for Cartier glasses, bro. Real shit. So when he brought out the white sticks, it was like, nigga, you really trying to die. You know what I'm saying? Not only you pulled out a pair of woods, you pulled out some white sticks at that. So with them, you know, being white, like, you know, having that white color, what happened was it's a mall here off the west side of Detroit, you know what I'm saying, behind Joy Road and all of that. It's a mall called Fairlane, right? And in that mall, it's like a middle of the mall type shop. And they, I'm not saying it's necessarily middle of the mall, but I'm saying it's kind of like one of them kind of shops that was in the mall, right? And they was dipping niggas' glasses, you know what I'm saying? Like dipping them different colors and shit. My homeboy, I ain't trying to derail, just making a point, you know. Well, my homies in my crew, after he got hip to, you know, the glasses dipping place, he went up there, he dipped his. He dipped his two different colors. He dipped his blue and orange, you know what I'm saying? So he had the blue and orange woods, you know. But anyway, when I seen them glasses was white, I knew that they got dipped, you know what I'm saying? They was fake. And they fucking dipped, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, whoever glass these was, he went up to Fairlane and got them dipped type shit, you know. I think they was charging like $100 just to dip them, you know what I'm saying? Whether they fake or real, right? So I'm like, yeah, dog came up there to Fairlane, he got them dipped up here with the whoop. I'm like, damn, that's the move, you know? And right after that, my homie took that same idea. He like, shit, I'm about to go dip mine, you know? And that's when he dipped his blue and orange. And his shit was sweet as hell. Like, still to this day, I still ain't seen nobody do what he did. Like, that shit was sweet. But anyway, moving forward, right? So he got the white sticks in the hood, right? At that time, you couldn't wear them glasses like out in the city in a different hood or something like that. You couldn't, bro. Niggas would get on your ass. The only time it was safe to wear them glasses like that is in your own hood. You know what I'm saying? Around your guys type shit. You go anywhere else, a nigga gonna rob you for them, kill you, whatever. Because niggas wanted them glasses. Them glasses was worth at least $1,500. The real ones, you know what I'm saying? At any given time, they was always worth $1,500 somewhere. You know what I'm saying? We in the hood, niggas broke. Shit, that $1,500 was a come up. You know what I'm saying? So niggas was getting stretched for them glasses. No lie, straight up. So anyway, like I said, you couldn't wear them glasses everywhere. Niggas would get on you. So Beezy, he wear them bitches in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like, damn, these bitches hard. Nah, everybody want to buy them from him and shit like that. He ain't selling them to nobody, nothing. He keeping them bitches. Like, shit, fuck that. I sell them when I want to. I'm just keeping them for right now, right? Anyway, with all that being said, he got these white sticks. He wearing them bitches. He doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Mind you, he got to turn himself in to go to jail. Like, he got like a couple of days. He got to go to jail. Well, not jail. He got to go to boot camp. I mean, boot camp still like a jail. It's just not as high profile as jail, right? So anyway, with that being said, his homies from his crew, the fam niggas, right? They ran up on him one day. They like, hey, let me see these glasses. I'm about to go to this party. Woo woo. When niggas go to parties back in the day, your mans that had something you like, your homie over here got something you like, you would borrow shit from your homies. You know what I'm saying? You probably borrow this homie pants. He got a pair of pants you like. This homie, he got a t-shirt you like. This homie, he got some glasses you like. This homie, he got a watch you like. Or, or one of your homies can have all this shit. Whatever it is. That's how it was in the hood, right? So niggas will call you like, hey, bro, let me get that shirt. You know what I'm saying? You know which one I like. That one, let me wear that tonight, bro. There's about to be some hoes up in here. Woo, whoa. Shit, I need to get them. Let me get that shirt, And that's your man. You're gonna like, all right, cool. You gonna throw him a t-shirt, pair of pants, pair of shoes, whatever. I know, what's up. 9 times out of 10, you probably about to go to the club with him, So we shared clothes and all of that type of shit, right? Anyway, the homies called Beezy, like, hey, let me get them glasses, you know what I'm saying, for the night. There's gonna be some hoes up in here, woo woo. Beezy, hold 'em. Nah, you ain't doing it, because how real shit was. Like, you go to a party with some yays on, nigga, a nigga gonna steal on you. You know what I'm saying? Nigga gonna try and snatch them off your face. Anything, it's gonna happen. Like, it's just what it was back then, right? So Beezy basically telling him, like, nah, cause nigga, you know how real this shit is. You know what I'm saying? The homies like, man, we got this. Woo woo, niggas run up. Woo, we gonna do this, do that. Woo woo. Beezy wasn't trying to go through none of that shit. So he like, nah, it's over with on that, right? The niggas got mad at him for not letting, bro see the glasses type shit. So with that being said, Beezy came and told me, he like, man, them niggas got mad because I ain't let them see the glasses. Woo woo. I'm like, man, that shit crazy. So a couple days go by, them niggas still sour about the shit. Some of them ain't even talking to Beezy behind it. Like, it got real over these fucking glasses, bro. Straight up, right? So here it is, the day before he go turn himself in, right? We on the block. About 30, 40 niggas on the block, no lie. We on his block, on Pearson, right? He pulled me to the side. He like, hey, bro, come here. I need to holler at you. Woo. I'm like, all right. So we ended up getting in my car, right? We in the car. He rolling up. This what Beezy do. He smoke, smoke, smoke. You know what I'm saying? You think I smoke? Ain't shit. This nigga smoke. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we get in the car. He roll up. I'm like, what's going on? Whoopty whoop. He like, man, I gotta go turn myself in tomorrow. Woo woo. And, he like, you seen how them niggas acting, when I ain't let them see the glasses that night, woo woo. So he like, I can't leave the glasses with them because them niggas, they gonna sell them, they gonna break them, they gonna get into it with somebody about them, blah, 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 blah. He like, not trying to go through all of that over some fake glasses, So he like, look, he like, you hold these motherfuckers. I'm like, what? He like, yeah, bro. He like, I need you to hold them for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he like, hold them until I get out. He like, you could wear them. He like, shit, you could put them up, whatever you want to do. He like, just hold them until I get out, I'm like, all right, bet. This is my brother. I got him. I know the situation. Woody woo, cool. So anyway, he gave me the glasses. I'm like, all right, cool. Now I got the white sticks, right? Next day, he turned himself in. He gone, right? on the block with my guys, right? I'm like, Beezy just turned himself in, whoop de whoop. Like, check this out. I put the white sticks out, threw them on. Niggas like, oh, man, how the fuck you get his glasses? Woo, woo. I'm like, shit, he gave me them bitches. He told me to hold on to them till he get out, till he done with the boot camp. They like, straight up, woo, woo. But everybody knew that me and Beezy was tight like that. So it wasn't really a surprise. The only thing that was surprising about it was that he chose to give me his glasses instead of one of his guys out of his crew. Cause of what I said in the beginning. Like, you had Fam, you had Burrow, you had BCB. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody had their own crews, So the surprising thing was that he gave it to a guy that wasn't in his crew. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Even though we all the same niggas and we all rock together, but we had differences. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was all the same hood, but niggas had different shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, he gave me the glasses was crazy work. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it was. So anyway, I was showing the guys that passing around the glasses, everybody putting them on, laughing, joking, all that. We on the block, right? Next thing you know, some of the guys from Fam, they happen to ride past. And they seen one of the homies with the glasses on, playing with them and all that shit, right? So now they know that them glasses is on the block, right? Okay. Maybe about a week or two roll by, right? I'm on the block with my guys, right? Phone get the ring. I look. It's an unknown number. You know what I'm saying? I answer it because I answer all calls, unless I know it's a scam number or something like that. Other than that, I answer all calls because shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people call you from a different number. So I answer all calls, right? But like I said, before I answered it, I seen it was a number I wasn't familiar with, right? So I answered. Hold up. Oh, yeah. Little Skittles drink. Yeah, it'll work. How about that? Y'all let be tweaking, bro. But anyway, I get a call, right? I pick it up. It's them Fam niggas. They like, yeah, bro, ooh, we know you got the glasses, blah, blah, blah. He like, let me see them motherfuckers, woo. You one of the Fam niggas, right? I'm like, shit, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Beezy told me to hold on to these motherfuckers till you get out. He said, don't give them to nobody, He like, man, but you be on the block with your guys with them on, woo. I'm like, yeah, he gave it to me. So if I made the decision, if I want to let my homies wear them, they can wear them. But they not leaving the block. You know what I'm saying? They on the block. That's it. They not leaving the block. Nigga got mad as hell. Nigga, what? Ooh, fuck wrong with you? Ooh, come off the glass, blah, blah, blah. Boop. Bang the line on that nigga. Come on, man. Fuck is you talking about? I'm on the block, nigga. You know I'm on the block. We don't got to do all that woofing on the phone. We don't do all that. You know what I'm saying? So I just bang the line on his ass, right? Mind you, we still on the block, right? Ain't nobody came through, ain't nobody did shit. We on the block, we got the glasses on the block, all that, right? But I got this call. So now I'm alerting the guys like, hey, look, these niggas asking about them glasses, woo woo. So, you know what I'm saying? They come through, it's up. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me make sure I reiterate this. I'm not the toughest nigga or none of that. I ain't never been that, never tried to betray that, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I am a nigga that's gonna beat your ass. I do not play. And everybody know that. You know what I'm saying? I don't play. I ain't had too many fights in the hood, but nigga, I beat shit. I don't play. You know what I'm saying? I done had plenty of fights in my life, but what can I say? Only so many people seen some of my fights. You know what I'm saying? But I don't play. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So basically, I'm telling my guys, I'm like, look, if they come over here, they gonna be on it. So y'all niggas gotta be ready because I'm not playing. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. They already calling, making threats and shit. They come over here, you know what it is, you know. So everybody like, all right, cool, woo, woo, right? Let me throw this in there. I told y'all during this time I was working at Beezy Pizza, right? Beezy Pizza is a little pizza spot in my hood, right? On my same side of 7 Mile, all of that, right? I was a delivery driver up there. I was getting money. I was making $1,000 a week, you know what I'm saying, babe? When I was 18, you know what I'm saying, working up there, you know, I was getting money, you know. Mind you, this was damn near 20 years ago. So $1,000 a week was some money, you know what I'm saying? Shit, rent was $700-800 a month, you know, back then. So nigga, just 1 week cover rent, you know what I'm saying, type shit. But anyway, I was working at Bob's, right? With that being said, a lot of the deliveries be in the hood, you know what I'm saying? So I can go make a delivery to a house in the hood, and then I'll pull up on the block for a minute and kick it with the guys. And then I kick it with them about 10, 20 minutes, and I'll be like, all right, about to go back to work. Boom, shoot down the street to Bob's, check back in, grab another delivery, shoot that bitch out, pull back up on the block, pull back up on the block for a couple more minutes. Boom, you know what I'm saying? This is my routine. So basically, while I'm out getting money, I'm also on the block too. You know what I'm saying? Like type shit, like real shit. So anyway, by this time, I'm learning the addresses and, you know, learning how to coordinate things, shit like that. This was way before Google and all of that, you know, navigate you to your location. This is way before that. We had to like look at a map on the wall, all of the blocks and, you know, side streets and all that. We had to learn addresses that way by looking at a map on the wall. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm getting real acquainted with this map. I'm learning the addresses, things like that, right? Having a sense of direction with this shit, right? A delivery came in one night, right? This might have been like 2 or 3 weeks after I got that call from fam, right? This delivery pop up. The address that popped up on the screen was a familiar address. It was on Pearson, right there where the fam niggas be at. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at the address. I'm thinking, I'm like, that's their spot. You know, that's one of their spots they had on that block. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's their spot right there. Okay, I'm gonna take it. Knowing that these niggas don't like me, you know what I'm saying? They mad at me because I won't get them the glasses and all that shit, right? I'm still about to go run this delivery because I'm about to get my money. You know what I'm saying? Real G shit, right? So the delivery come up, I shoot it straight to their house. Now at Bob's, it was always a good 3 or 4, I'm gonna say 3 to 5 drivers at any given time. I could take whatever deliveries I want. If I didn't want it, I didn't have to take it. I could have gave it to somebody else, and me and the next person could have swapped deliveries. So basically, if I was scared or I didn't want to take this delivery or anything, I didn't have to. I took it on purpose. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, get over there, right? I get the delivery. I take it over there to the spot. Sure enough, it was this spot, right? So I get up there to the door with the pizza and shit. Back in this time, you had to collect the money from them, you know, face to face. It wasn't all of that, pay through an app and all that. It wasn't none of that. They'd call in the order. They give, you know, the cashier, whatever, the person that take the calls, the secretary, whatever you want to call her, you know, she put all that shit in the computer, the address and all of that, you know. And then when the delivery get there, you pay the driver in cash. You know what I'm saying? Well, I knew how this worked. So I'm like, you know, I know these niggas don't like me. They probably gonna be on some fuck shit, act like, you know, they ain't gonna pay for the pizza or something, whatever. Like, it's gonna be something. And I'm ready for it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm coming straight to their face. You know what I'm saying? At this point, right? So, okay, here it go. Pull up to the house. It's the spot. Okay, jump out, walk up to the door, right? When I get up to the door, bro already opening the door. You know what I'm saying? Because he seen me pull up. Bro already opening the door, right? I'm like, what's the deal? Woo, you know, we chopping it up real quick. You know, I'm passing him the pizza. He passed me the money and shit, right? Okay, cool. Next thing you know, I hear some of the guys, you know, in the living room, right? One of them jumped up, and I could hear him, you know, walking to the threshold, you know, the door and shit. He coming to the door. He like, yeah, nigga, where the fuck them glasses at? Woo, woo, woo. This was one of the other fam homies. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, I got him. What's up? He like, nigga, hand them bitches over. Woo, woo. Beezy said pass. Woo, woo. Nah, nigga, Beezy ain't give me no word on nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not passing them glasses. I told y'all that. Y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, dog is in the doorway. He ain't step outside. I'm outside. I'm on the porch. Dog, all of them, they in the house. At this point, it's like 3 or 4 of them in the house. But while this shit going on, it's 2 of them in the door and it's me on the porch, right? The one that I passed the pizzas to, he was cool. He wasn't on that. You know what I'm saying? It was just one of the other homies that was in there. And the other homies that was in the house too, they wasn't on that either. It was just one nigga. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, he like, yeah, nigga, come out the glass, woo, woo, woo. I'm like, well, what? What's gonna happen? Well, he like, nigga, you know what it is, woo, woo, woo. The nigga like opened the door and pushed me. He pushed me. Damn, he pushed me. That's just how real this shit is. The nigga pushed me, right? And closed the door. I damn near fell off the porch. You know what I'm saying? I caught myself. I stepped back up. I go to open the door. The other homie that I passed the pizza to, he was blocking the door. He like, nah, y'all ain't doing this. Woo, woo. He like, bro, just go ahead. You know. I told the one nigga that I got into it with, I was like, all right, I'm gonna holler at you. You know what I'm saying? Like through the door. You know, the door closed and shit. This the screen door that I'm talking about, not the main door, the screen door, right? I'm telling him, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna catch you, nigga. You know what it is. So I walked off the porch. I got in the car and I pulled off, right? Ain't ran across them niggas since. And like I said, you got Burrow and then you got Pearson. We literally was right around the corner from each other and we was not bumping heads. You know what I'm saying? But it was talk in the hood that niggas was gonna get me and all of this shit. I'm on some bitch shit and blah, blah, blah and all of this, right? So it's just word going around. This niggas pulling up on my block telling me like, hey, you know, dogging them on that tip. Woo, woo. I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? If niggas want some, come get some. Niggas know what it is, dog. Like, straight up, I ain't dug shit. Me or my homies. We was on the block every day. We ain't dug nothing. You know what I'm saying? Half the time, I be out there with the glasses on. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, come play. And at that time, I wasn't even into the Cartier glasses no more. You know, my time with that was a little younger. When I was like 13, 14, you know, I was big on them. But by this point, we like 17, 18, 19 or some shit. I ain't really on that no more, you know, but now niggas out here putting threats on me like they gonna do something to me, you know, so I'm out here with them bitches, right? With that being said, maybe like a week after that. So this is about a month in. Beezy been gone about a month, right? And all this shit then stirred up since then over these fucking glasses where nigga didn't put his hands on me. You know what I'm saying? Nigga didn't push me about these damn glasses. Like, this shit was crazy, right? So anyway, like I said, it's about a month. Beezy been gone about a good month now. I get a letter in the mail from him, from the boot camp place that he was at. Let me throw this in there real quick, right? I started this YouTube channel, about a year and a half ago, like August of 2024, right? I had a box, like a box of old memories, pictures, letters, you know, clothes, shit like that. I had a box full of shit, you know. I had my book of rhymes when me and my homies used to rap. I told y'all, me and my homies, we started rapping. We was like 12, 13 years old. No bullshit, you know. My book of raps that I wrote from back then. I had that in that box. The clothes I got shot in, I had that in that box. My high school ID of my last haircut, I had that in that box. You know, the letter that Beezy wrote me from, boot camp, I had that in that box. And I had a whole lot of other shit, but, them was like the main things I had in that box, right? 2023, things shifted. You know what I'm saying? I just got to a point where I was like, I got to stop holding on to old shit. I'm a grown man now. Like, I'm grown. I'm not young no more. I got to let go of that old shit. I'm starting a new chapter of my life, blah, 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 type shit, right? So I threw that box away. So my point that I'm getting at is, if I would have never threw that box away, I would be able to show y'all that letter today that Beezy wrote me while he was in the boot camp about these glasses, right? But I threw that box away a couple years ago. So my bad that I can't show y'all the proof, but this on Beezy. I don't lie on the dead. I don't play with the dead, But anyway, he wrote me a letter, right? He like, bro, I know they coming at you about them glasses, woo woo. He like, man, just stay tall, bro. He like, you know what to do, blah, blah, blah. He like, them niggas ain't gonna do shit to you. He like, nigga, I got that on lock. Niggas ain't gonna do nothing to you, woo woo. They ain't even gonna try you, woo woo, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. All of this was in a letter. Like, he wrote me a whole page letter about this shit, right? I'm like, all right, cool, whatever, I wrote him back, told him, like, yeah, niggas out here making threats and shit. Like, nigga, I'm on the block. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't pulled up, but niggas talking, woo woo. So I just gave him word on my end. He gave me word on his end. That was it, Now, 2 months go by, these niggas still pushing threats, talking shit, all of that. But ain't nobody came to the block or none of that. We didn't bump heads. It was just word going around the hood, about these glasses, right? Okay, whatever, until niggas come with it, I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about, right? So here it is. Fast forward to take 2 months later. Boom. Beezy did his 90 days, right? He get out. He called me instantly. Bitch, I'm out. Ooh, ooh. Oh, yeah? Can't pull right up on him, right? I got the weed, all of it. You know what I'm saying? He hop in the car and shit. You know what I'm saying? All diesel swole ass nigga. Nigga was in there getting his good workout in. So he all big and swollen shit. I'm like, look at this nigga, dog. Happy to see my dog. So we smoking shit. I gave him the glasses. He looked at them. He was like, this why I gave them to you. I'm like, what? He was like, I knew you was gonna handle them with care. He like, I knew that after I did my time and I came back, them glasses was gonna be the same way I left them. He like, remember before I went in, when I told you how they was tripping about taking the glasses to the party? I'm like, yeah. He like, nigga, I knew then I couldn't leave him with him. You know what I'm saying? He was like, nigga, you was the best thing to me. I had to leave him with you. And he like, I know you be on that tip. He like, I know you ain't gonna let them niggas play with you or none of that. You know what I'm saying? Basically, he was like, nigga, it was a test. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. I'm like, man, that is crazy as hell. He like, bro, you stood 10 toes on all that. He like, I heard about all this shit the whole time I was in boot camp. He like, man, niggas was hitting me up, telling me like, bro, he like, niggas writing me back to back. Like, bro, that nigga ain't playing. He ain't coming off them glasses. Woo, 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 So me and Beezy just laughing about the shit, But he like, yeah, he like, I gave them to you on purpose, It was like, I knew that you was gonna handle yours. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, bitch, what if them niggas would have came and attacked me for real? Then what? Then we would have had to go to war over some damn $100 fake glasses and shit. Man, we was just laughing about the shit. The shit was funny as hell, But yeah, man, that was real shit, And Beezy felt like he only could confine in me to hold them glasses because he knew them niggas was gonna sell them. Somebody was gonna break them, arguing over them, you know what I'm saying? Fuck them up or some shit, But he knew with me, he was gonna get them back just how he left them. And that was that, you know what I'm saying? And in between that time, like I said, the niggas was making threats and shit, but it didn't nothing pop off, And all of this over some fucking fake glasses was crazy. But in the hood, it just be like that. You know what I'm saying? So after Beezy got out, he put his straightening on it or whatever. He got the glasses back on. So now the attention is off of me. Beezy back, he got the glasses. Holler at him. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that shit just died after that. But dog, the whole time he was in jail, damn, I see a jail boot camp. Man, boot camp is like a jail. But the whole time he was gone, them niggas was making threats on my life over some fake glasses. You know what I'm saying? And they thought I was gonna fold, and it didn't happen. How about that? Y'all ass be tweaking, bro. It's been another episode of Roll Up a Poet. So get your blunts rolled and your Drake poured.